pop the cork on whatever it is that you would like to drink. And today, this is what I would highly recommend. I just got the ice bucket out because, oh lordy, it is hot out here. I promised you I would come to you live from the pool. I'm going to be getting in that shortly. It's not time just yet, but we're going to feature a little Defiance Ridge Vineyards, a couple of wines I want to talk about today, but the one we're going to be tasting in the ice, Riesling. And here's a question I have for a lot of you. Do you drink your wine on ice? I know people used to say that was so taboo, but I'll tell you what, I'm with you right now as we get into this weekend and we experience 99, if not 100-degree temperature. It's going to be just ridiculously just sticky. You're going to want a friend or a family member who has one of these. If you don't have one of those, by the way, let me tell you about my friends that could put one in for you. How about Just Pools? I mean, look, that makes me just say, ooh and ah. See that right there? The rock feature, the fire, the water features, those are so popular, of course. So Just Pools, they're on the West Outer Road in Arnold. They have become a new sponsor of the Real Monica Adams show, and we're thrilled to have them on board with us. So whether it's an in-ground pool, like you're seeing there and the one behind me, or an above ground, you could even win an above ground for you and your family. That would make your family really happy, I think, right? A 30-foot round above ground pool could be yours, and you're actually going to be giving back to a couple of charities, one that gives back to our veterans and another to kids who don't even have a bed. And all you have to do is go into Just Pools and tell them, by the way, that we sent you in and thank them for being a part of our continuing talk show. So they're giving that away at the first week of July. They'll be pulling that. Sorry, there's a wasp. And I'm freaked out by wasps because I got bit by a couple last week or 2 weeks ago. So if you see me jump a little bit, that's why. So yes, they're going to be giving that away the first week of July, and it could be yours. You would be the talk of the neighborhood, would you not? So an above ground pool being given away by our friends at Just Pools, again, West Outer Road in Arnold. They're not just for pools, though. Maybe you're a spa fan. So they're a spa specialist as well. They've got all the pool toys that you need. So when you're going to buy some, don't run into a big box store. You know, we talked this morning about the importance of supporting local. Do that. Go in and buy your pool toys. Go in and buy those pool chemicals. And then, hey, maybe if you want a new grill for the backyard, you want a whole new backyard oasis, maybe you need an umbrella. Yes, and the heat of the day like this, I got my sunglasses on, but an umbrella would be good. We don't have as you can see, our patio furniture out just yet. Are you all ready for summer? It officially kicks off tomorrow. Let me say good afternoon to a handful of you. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Sean, you don't like wine? I don't like wine. So, Sean, what would you like to have to drink with us? Hi, I like my wine cold, but not on ice. Yes, Kathleen, I know they used to say it was taboo. After my day, I'll take a spa and a glass of wine. Carrie, it sounds like you deserve that, my friend. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this particular wine that I'm going to be sipping, but there's a couple that I want to feature for you this afternoon, one of which I actually brought over to my brothers right after my mom. And by the way, a lot of you, thank you so much for asking. My mom is doing fabulous after her procedure. So thank you, because all of your thoughts and all of your prayers definitely helped. I brought one of the Defiance Ridge Vineyard wines over to them, and it was the Pinot Gris. They loved it. They have a pool. They enjoyed it, and we're going to tell you the level of what is all involved in that. But let's go ahead and open it. And if you saw, this is actually a screw cap. I don't want you to turn your nose up to screw cap wines at all. You know, a lot of people used to, or the box wines. But I have to tell you, a lot of wineries have done some amazing things with box wines. And I do mean high-level box wines. Let's pour this. Let's listen. I'm only going to have a little taste because I think maybe you heard me talking about this morning, there's a new collaboration between myself and the voice runner-up, Ruby Lee. I am personal training her now, getting her ready for her big Grand Ole Opry performance. Yes, I told you, this is needed today. So I've got my wine on ice. After I train Ruby, she's coming to the house to work out, and she's training hard, by the way. We were boxing last night, doing some leg work, doing a lot of core work. She and her sister both, by the way, are training with me as we get her ready for the August 2nd performance. And I think a lot of you might be driving down to Nashville to see her. There are still some tickets available. If you have not seen her, I would like for you, before you travel down to Nashville, to see her at Defiance Ridge Vineyards, because we're going to be there to bring her out on stage, just like I did last weekend. And I want to thank, by the way, friends of the Real Monica Adams show that went and saw Ruby. Thank you for supporting her, and more importantly, for supporting our friends at Defiance Ridge Vineyard. So yes, she's going to be there on the 4th of July. Have you purchased your tickets yet? There's about 100, probably less now, tickets that are available for that coming up in just a couple of weeks. And I know a lot of people wait to the last second to figure out what they want to do for the day, but don't wait. Be there. They can take about, I think it was like 750 or 800 people that could come that day. I mean, come on, we get to spend the holiday together. Fireworks will follow the show. There is an opener for the show, and then she'll take the stage at 7:30. That's the big thing. And she'll take all of your requests, and it's just she's mind-blowing. Okay, let me tell you. Seeing and hearing her live is just unlike probably anything you have ever seen. Her voice, the depth of her voice is just crazy. So Sean said he doesn't drink wine. So whatever it is that you would like to have, my friend, and for any of you, grab what you'd like, sit by the pool if you can. If not, get in your air conditioning, keep yourself safe. After I train Ruby and her sister, Jim and I will be right there. That's a guarantee. I'm going to share this wine with him. I'm going to let it chill on ice while I'm personal training her. But I do want to give it a little sip as I talk to you about it. Maybe you can see it's got a beautiful color to it. And, oh, great nose, very much reminiscent of a wine that you would want to have by the pool. Very laid back. And, you know, I do love red wine, but I got to say, when it comes to the heat of summer here in St. Louis, I'm not a big fan of drinking red wines, or I'm going to have to stay inside the air conditioning and go in and out if I am. I love red wine, but on a day like today, this is much more soothing to me. By the way, all of these wines, the Riesling and the Pinot Gris, they are handcrafted for Defiance Ridge by John Albin of Six Peaks Winery in Oregon. In fact, they've got a great collaboration. They've been doing business with John for many, many years. They say he's a great winemaker and truly fits. You know, I love the how the collaborations work and they fit and align with who you are. It really fits their needs for their northern climate wines. You know, most grapes are from the Willamette Valley in Oregon that they do with John. So this particular one, as I mentioned, is the Riesling, probably the most adaptable wine with food. Now, earlier I made a turkey burger. I thought this was perfect for it. I had a little turkey burger as well as a little coleslaw, which to me is just absolutely perfect because you think of barbecue style. You know, you're out in the summer and you want barbecue. So that's what I had earlier. I had a turkey burger that I had grilled up. You can still see some of the steam coming off of it. A little broccoli slaw with a little avocado cilantro dressing. I chopped up some carrots in it and then just opened the wine. So I still have that in my taste buds to do a little combination here of the Riesling. And that's what we're featuring today. As I mentioned, we're going to talk about two wines, one that I'm going to drink here with you. So let me taste this. And you toast, by the way, toast to you. Oh, Jim's going to love this. All right. Of all the wines that we've tried so far at Defiance Ridge, I think this is the most perfect combination with that. Perfect pool wine. And we've had some white wines from Defiance, but I think this is, you know, if you're going to introduce somebody to wine like Sean, who said he doesn't like wine, I bet you would like this one, my friend. This is such an easy drinking wine. Very crisp, a little acidic with lemon. I'm tasting a little lemon, not too tart, not too acidic, but a little acidic. A Granny Smith apple. Yeah, lemon and Granny Smith apple. That's what I'm smelling, and that's what I'm tasting with this. And a little lime flavor as well. Again, probably the most adaptive wine with food. Grapes can be grown to make many styles of wine, from dry to very sweet. So you've got to find what works with your palate. Some people are like, oh, I've got to have, you know, they drink like Moscato. Don't turn your nose up to anybody. I love the fact that they're at least introducing themselves to something, and then their palate will grow and grow. We all had to start somewhere, right? I went from drinking the same sweet wine, rolling down the hill in Herman, Missouri, having great times at Mount Pleasant, going to Chandler Hill, now my friends at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. But I've grown in my palate over the years where I like really big Italian wines, really big Napa Valley wines. I will taste Pinot Noirs. They're not my go-to. I'm a bigger Cabernet. I'm a Barolo fan, a Brunello. I like Amarone. So can you imagine from my early 20s when I was in college, first being introduced and saying, no, I'm not drinking red wine, to opening up your mind and opening up your palate. So by the way, in Oregon, mostly you will find off-dry styles. Okay, let's talk about food pairings for this. I told you I did a little turkey burger and coleslaw mix, broccoli slaw. Wow, this is so, so good. You've got to go into Defiance Ridge and get to this. It is from Columbia Valley. 2023 Defiance Ridge Vineyards Riesling. Again, you hear me putting it on ice. You don't want to leave this out on a hot day like this. Bring it out to your friends. Maybe you're having a get together this weekend and you try to bring something like that out and then it gets warm right away. There's nothing about a warm white wine that anybody's going to like. And that's when they're going to put the ice in that we asked earlier. Feel free to comment, by the way. Tell me if you put ice in your wine. Food pairings, all kinds of spice. I put a little smoke. I had a little, there's this wonderful seasoning we got in Birmingham, Alabama. This time last year, actually, for the surprise party I threw for Jim in August. It was this, actually, it goes with tons of different vegetables, but I don't think you can get it here in St. Louis, so I'm not even going to tell you what it is, but it is adaptable to so many different types of food. So I had spices on my broccoli slaw, and then I had a little smoke and a little spice, I love spicy food, on my turkey burger, and then just a little bit of the acidity in the tomatoes. The spicier, the sweeter, the Riesling. So the spicier in my palate right now is bringing out the sweetness in this wine. You could have duck if you like more game, bacon. Bacon for sure would go with this. Pork, Gouda, if you're looking for cheeses. I'm a big fan of smoked Gouda. So see, that's why I went to the smokiness to put into the turkey burger. Maybe some feta cheese, a little Mediterranean. Really, a lot of Greek style food would go really well with this. If you are a fish fan, I would say trout would be good. Vignoles, by the way, and Riesling have many of the same traits. So this one you can get from our friends, again, at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. It is the Riesling that we are tasting, but I'm going to tell you about two different wines. So besides this one, the one that we had again last week was the Pinot Gris that they have. But again, the Riesling is what I'm tasting and what I'm going ooh and ah over. I'll look at your comments here in just a second, but let me tell you about the other one as well as you take a look at what I paired together. So if you're just tuning in, that was my food choice. I'm going to probably make a little bit something for Jim when he gets a chance to have this, maybe more of a charcuterie platter before we open up the grill. I don't know if he's going to want to grill because it's pretty hot. There's also a Pinot Rosé. So there's a Pinot Gris, but let me tell you about the Pinot Rosé. Chuck said, in his opinion, one of the most perfect rosés around, light and fruity with a strawberry finish. And the food pairings he suggested, if you want to try the Pinot Rosé when you go to Defiance Ridge, winemaker's favorite is a blue cheese burger. So if you get the Pinot Rosé, ask for a little blue cheese, roasted chicken, salmon, salads, and chicken tacos, he said. Pinot Rosé and the Riesling today. Boy, I'll tell you what are you doing on this hot afternoon? It is a scorcher out here. We're going to have Beckett Moore, our aspiring meteorologist, back from his trip in New York. Should be on Friday. Have you seen him, by the way? Are you new to our show? Where are you watching from, by the way? Right now, I have us on Facebook. I have us on YouTube. We're on X and we're on Instagram. I don't have us on Rumble right now. We were this morning, but those are the current platforms that you can tell your friends to watch us on. Hi, Tony Nesbitt. How are you? Kathleen said, I love a Riesling. Enjoy your evening with wine by the pool with Jim. Sounds like a perfect evening, doesn't it? Yes, we need a little relaxation for sure. Okay, let me ask this, because a lot of you might be, it's hot. You might be going tonight to see Les Miserables at the Muni. I went on and on about it this morning, I should say, right? I just was in awe of the performance. It opened up on Monday and it runs through the 23rd. And then on the 27th, they open Dream Girls. That'll be the second show at the at the Muni for the 106th season. Can you believe 106 seasons at the fabulous Muni? Do you go and buy tickets? Do you go and get the free seats like my mom used to do? This was us, well, me, I should say, last night, just absolutely immersed. And you can see the smile on my face, or it's more of the awe of the performance. And I said, I don't want to do anybody a disservice, because the level of talent that I saw last night at the Muni blew me away. The guy on the right, I just want to do this and give him a toast. Mike Isaacson, I've known you for years. Very dear friend. We need to have drinks again. We used to go to happy hours and lunches and dinners a lot. Mike Isaacson was behind the Fabulous Fox for many, many years. And then the Muni was so smart, they brought him over as the artistic director. He's the one that brings all these shows to us. We have him to thank for the level and the depth of the shows that are brought. The Little Mermaid, by the way, is coming in 2 weeks for those of you that are looking for the family show. Cheers to Mike Isaacson. Cheers to Kofi Coleman, who is now the president of the Muni, for all that they do, keeping the wonderful shows coming in for us. And last night, thank you for not only bringing Les Miserables to the St. Louis Muni, but for being the one who ever did to cast John Riddle in the role of Jean Valjean. And before we wrap up our Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, I want to give this to you because this is just a little sneak peek into what I feel is the best song from Les Miserables. It will bring you to tears no matter who plays this role, but John did it well. I mentioned this morning how much I loved Javert, the guy who plays Javert, Fantine, Cosette. If you know the show, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, please purchase tickets before it wraps up at the Muni, or go and stand in line and get the free seats because there's several free seats available to you. June 17th through the 23rd, Les Miserables. Do not miss it. Here is a little sneak peek for you of John and James playing the piano of one of the most beautiful songs of Les Mis. Okay, that is just, okay, I told you how hot I am. You can see the sweat probably, but that just gave me chills. That is a little sneak peek at the unbelievable talent of John Riddle playing Jean Valjean in Les Miserables at the Muni. Why would you want to miss that? You could experience that live, in person, have the chills. That's not the full song. You've got to hear it all. And again, you got to pick your favorite. I can't wait for you to go and then tell me tomorrow or on Friday's show, or maybe next Monday if you go this weekend, what was your favorite? Who was your favorite character? All right. Cheers to you all, by the way. The Riesling, the Pinot Rosé, or any of the wines that we have featured at Defiance Ridge Vineyards over the last several months. We're getting ready for the big Ruby Lee show. She will be there July 4th. I need you to be there, and I don't want you to leave before you experience the incredible fireworks, because it's not one, it's dual fireworks that will take place. 100 or less tickets available. And that. Yes. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Ruby, I can't wait to see you there. Of course, you're going to be showing up at my house here in about the next 30 minutes. We're going to kick her butt, aren't we? Wait till you see the transformation that Ruby and her sister Grumpy go through. I feel very blessed to have met that wonderful talent, and who has now become a dear friend of mine last fall on my set. I hope you've seen every show we've done together, because we've done multiple. If you're a fan of Ruby Lee, then be sure to see her live in person. And just spread the word, please, that she's going to be at the 4th of July, Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Luann, I know, absolutely stunning song. So do me a favor and spread this along. I feel like I just did a marathon. That's how hot it is out here. So I've got the thing that's important, and that is hydration. So if you have a little wine, make sure you don't dehydrate yourself. Drink water. Always have water on tap, because it's dangerous. We're not even in summer yet. Tomorrow's summer, dangerous heat. So water, wine. And then dousing yourself in that. That is calling my name in about an hour and a half after we wrap up the workout hot with Ruby Lee. Let's see, tomorrow, what's on tap? Positive Talk Time at 7 a.m. We are going to be at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. We're going to be visiting with trainer Kennedy, and you're going to be blown away about what they can do with your dog. If you've never trained your dog, you can teach an old dog new tricks. She will tell you that, and she will be the one that you have seen on all of their social media pages. And again, trying to figure out how in the heck do you take a dog that some people would be scared of, or a dog that's misbehaving, a dog that embarrasses you, and you're like, hey, that dog needs to be trained. They do, but so do you. So tomorrow, me and Kennedy will sit down at 7 a.m. from the Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa location in Cottleville. They have two locations, Cottleville and O'Fallon. And then we go into Friday. It's a little motivation fitness Friday. I'll be doing a workout with you, just like I used to do when I did Monica's Motivational Moments. A lot of you have asked me to bring that back, and I have listened and I've heard. We will do just that. We'll do a little workout, strengthening the back. That's one of the things that one of our followers, Stephanie, wanted me to help her along with. So you tell me, what can I do for you? Email me, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Let me know whether it's mental, spiritual, or physical, what you would like for me to do in future Fitness Fridays, Wellness Wednesdays, because we're going to drop them in for you on a regular basis. If you have not been to Defiance Ridge Vineyards, before I wrap up, let me show you what you're missing out on. Doesn't that look great? So you can get there. Please do so and thank them for being a part of our show for the last several months, bringing us this incredible segment that a lot of you say you love in the afternoons. And yes, Roxanne said, man, that pool looks yummy. I told you that's what you need to get into. If you don't have a pool, please do me a favor and take care of yourself, take care of the elderly, and take care of those beautiful four-legged friends of yours, cats, dogs alike. Do not let them out in this too long. It hurts their pads. They have a hard time breathing. Remember, as hot as I am, they're in winter coats. Hey, I love you all, and I'm so looking forward to this show growing and growing. If you know someone that would like for us to sit and have our live show from their business, do me a favor, reach out to me like many have, and we'll reward you with Monica merchandise, from t-shirts, as you see I'm wearing right now, our jackets, our journals, our coffee mugs. And you let me know if there's other things you would like with this mantra that I started about a year and a half ago, to know your value, intrinsic value. That's so important. So cheers to each and every one of you. Have a great evening as well, Roxanne. Whatever it is you're drinking, whether it's wine, maybe you want to grab a non-alcoholic drink, maybe you want to have a beer, whatever's refreshing, just make sure that you have some water along with it so you have the balance and you're not dehydrated. Cheers to each and every one of you. Thank you for making our show a success. And I just put out, about an hour, 2 hours ago. Congratulations to each and every one of us. 28,000 and strong and growing. 28,000 followers on our business Facebook page. We have another 6,000 on my personal page. We have our YouTube page, which we want to, by the way, keep growing. So tell people to go to YouTube and click follow so that they know when we go live. And then tell them we're also on X, Instagram, and Rumble. And let's just keep growing and growing and growing. Cheers to you. And I look forward to having Chuck Gillentine, the owner of Defiance Ridge Vineyards, with me. He'll be back from Cabo San Lucas next Wednesday, and we'll be toasting together as we get ready for the big 4th of July concert coming up in just a couple of weeks. It's a scorcher out here. I need to get some wine and water in me, get a little workout in, and then I'll be jumping in that pool very soon. Have a beautiful evening. God bless you all.